What's going on, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today I've got some more NBA news to, of course, be talking about with you guys. It is currently being looked upon that the Indiana Pacers are officially discussing a deal with the Golden State Warriors that would actually send the Warriors TJ Warren or potentially Miles Turner. Basically, what this is kind of being looked at right now is that the Pacers were looking to try and acquire that 13th or 14th pick rather, from the Golden State Warriors. But of course, now that, they selected Moses Moody, who apparently the Indiana Pacers are still interested in, a trade could actually still happen. Like, we've seen that the Indiana Pacers are looking to make some moves. They actually had a very fascinating draft. They took Chris Sturdy, who will be a very good role player for them at the age of 24 years old, can be a very good three-point shooter, a very good defender as well. Just like a 3-and-D really type of guy for them. And they really didn't kind of screw up at all. Like, they kind of went out and did what they needed to do. They also brought in Isaiah Jackson, who I think will be, a little bit of a weird situation. I don't know how he'll go, but I think he'll work with the Pacers pretty nicely, in my opinion, because he's such a good defender, of course. I'm assuming he'll probably play backup power forward for them, and they'll probably run Goga as their backup center, Goga the GOAT. But that's how I could potentially see this. But I have a feeling the Indiana Pacers are heading to, in the right direction. I actually think, I don't really know if TJ Warren really wants to be on the Indiana Pacers anymore. I think once he gets to free agency, I believe next season, he might actually look to maybe leave and go to a contender. I think the Golden State Warriors could be a contender that actually does look at him. I have seen some rumors say the Utah Jazz might be looking to try and trade Joe Ingles and a bunch of picks to try and get TJ Warren, which the Pacers, I have heard they've discussed this deal. I have heard they're actually really interested in Joe Ingles. In my opinion, the Pacers win this deal because if they can trade TJ Warren, who I don't know if he even wants to be there, and he missed like the whole season with injuries, and they can trade him, who's only got 1 year left on his contract, bring in a solid role player like Joe Ingles, who kind of fits in this Indiana Pacers team and gives them some more three-point shooting, a backup, point forward, and, get a first-round pick or two out of this. That's a really good deal. Or you could try and trade him to the Warriors, where you could get a first-round pick back in Moses Moody, who just went at pick 14, which I like that deal, but honestly, I kind of like the Jazz one better, because Joe Ingles just looks like he fits in the Indiana Pacers. I don't know why, but he just looks like a Pacers player. And if you can get like 2 first-round picks back, that's pretty good. Like, don't get me wrong, those 2 first-round picks might only be like pick 25 and 20 or something like that, depending how the Jazz go. But again, I still think Joe Ingles can be a nice role player for this team, and might be worth more than just like a Moses Moody and a first-round pick from the Golden State Warriors. But I guess it really depends on how the Warriors are going to see Moses Moody as a player, and then how they see Joe Ingles as a role player, and if they still want to contend. Like, if they don't want to contend, which doesn't seem like the Pacers way, the Pacers always try and contend for the playoffs no matter what. If they don't want to contend, they're going to trade for Moses Moody, right? But if they do want to continue to contend, then you pretty much don't really lose much, because TJ Warren missed pretty much the whole entire year for them. So you pretty much, having a player that missed the whole year, you're trading him for a dude like Joe Ingles, who's a very valuable role player, and like 2 first-round picks. I think that's really nice. And the Utah Jazz, they, of course, get TJ Warren in, who is much better than Joe Ingles. He's just missed a little bit of time with injury, but he could be very nice, for them. But this whole Golden State Warriors thing, if they can land TJ Warren, which could, end up being a possibility, I'm pretty sure he'd probably play like a small ball power forward type of situation, and they'd probably run Draymond Green as their, small ball center. Yeah, they could definitely do that, and then just bring James Wiseman off the bench for big minutes off the bench. You probably play like 25 to 30 minutes off the bench for them. Or they could try and say to the Pacers, hey, we can give you Andrew Wiggins and, who knows, a second-round pick or something, a couple of second-round picks for TJ Warren. Again, I also think that Andrew Wiggins, he's very similar to TJ Warren. Like, they're both, I guess, TJ Warren's a much better three-point shooter. But they're both excellent on the mid-range. They're both shot creators. They're both very good defenders. Like Andrew Wiggins, I believe, had one of the best defensive ratings this year from remembrance. So again, Pacers could also be interested in him. But the Pacers have a lot of depth right now on this team. I expect them to make the playoffs. They've just got to stay healthy and, you know, get their good coach in. So there'll be a lot of, you know, to kind of work about. But could you imagine like a spacing of like, let's just say if the Warriors got TJ Warren and, you know, kept Andrew Wiggins, right? Spacing of Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Andrew Wiggins, TJ Warren, and Draymond Green. There's only one dude in that team that can't shoot, and he's going to be pretty much the main playmaker, and he'll be playing the center position in Draymond Green. That's kind of crazy to think about. So, again, the spacing would be insane. And plus, let's just say Draymond's having a rough day, can't guard really that center position, you know, too well. Maybe he's getting absolutely destroyed by Karl Anthony Towns or Joel Embiid, which, hey, could definitely happen. Then you pretty much just bring James Wiseman on to help out with that defense. And of course, he's going to play big minutes off the bench. Just because Draymond's starting at the center position doesn't really mean he'll play that much center. I believe he'll probably, you know, run a lot of that power forward position. He'll probably only play like the first 6 to 8 minutes of the game at that center position before they swap him out to James Wiseman. So that'd be pretty interesting. But the Pacers, they have a lot of moves to make in free agency. I really think they're going to go about this and be a really interesting team. I actually can't wait to rebuild them on NBA 2K22 just because they've got one of the most, you know, heavy benches in the league. One of the biggest and, you know, highest depth ratings in the league as well. That I think, you know, there's a lot to kind of move around. A lot of teams will be looking to buy some of their players and give them role plays and picks back. So, hey, it's going to be really interesting to see how this all, you know, unfolds. Of course, if you haven't already, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel for all the latest NBA content and NBA news. Of course, don't forget to subscribe to my gaming channel and my IRL/vlogging channels if you haven't already. And of course, don't forget to check out my podcast as well, which I will all be linking in the description down below. But as I was saying, thank you guys, you know, so much. Definitely comment your thoughts and opinions on this. How will they all, of course, go about it? Just let me know. But as I was saying, thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. And I will see you guys next time. Goodbye.